What is the main thing you look for in a partner?
Humor.
What is the main thing you look for in a partner?
I look for somebody that I have common interest with, somebody that I can trust, and somebody that I think I can share this similar experiences with.
What is your ideal first date?
Dinner and a movie, or like any food, actually.
What is your ideal first date?
My ideal first date would be something that's a little more intimate, something that's not at a loud atmosphere, something like that, something to where I could get to know the other person. And because if you're at a place like that's loud and dark, and you're not really going to have a chance to really get to know somebody else.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Kind of. I believe in lust at first sight.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I think that you can make an assumption at first sight that you can, based on the way they look, you can assume that you may be a good match for each other, but I think you have to get to know somebody first before you can be in love. So in a way, yes, and in a way, no.
When do you think it's appropriate to start having sex in a new relationship?
Whenever it's consensual.
When do you think it's appropriate to start having sex in a new relationship?
I think it's really up to the two people in the relationship. So I think it's for them to decide, really. It's not really for me to.
Does socioeconomic status matter to you?
No.
Does socioeconomic status matter to you?
I think it does to everybody in one way or the other, because I think somebody in the same status as you'll be able to relate to each other more. You'll be able to have more things in common, and it can be as simple as like the type of restaurants that you eat at. So I think it's not something that we actively think about, but I think it's just something we naturally do.
Does body count matter?
Yes and no. Depends on the person.
Does body count matter to you?
I think yes. To me, it does. I think that some numbers are just too high, no matter what. So.
And how important is foreplay?
It's very important.
How important is foreplay?
It's relatively important. I guess it depends on who the person is, but for some people it matters a whole lot. For some people it doesn't.
Wait, one more. How important is communication in a relationship?
Without communication, there basically isn't a relationship, so it's real important.
So.
And lastly, how important is communication in a relationship?
I think communication is probably the most important thing in a relationship, because it's this, without communication, I mean, it's hard to even say that you can have a relationship with somebody without some kind of form of communication. I think poor communication always leads to poor results. So if you don't have good communication, you don't really have a good relationship, or really a relationship at all.